Good morning, all you chatterboxes out there. Today is Tuesday, March 14th. We got snow on the ground in Pittsburgh. Anthony, Tom, how are you this morning?
Good morning.
Morning, sir. I'm excellent again.
Suited up early on a Tuesday. Very impressive, Tom.
We got to head out the door. Hopefully the host doesn't run this show too long today.
You know me, the host keeps it on track. 10 to 12 minutes, we'll be out of here. The chatterbox is early. They want questions on Anthony's suspension. He is still suspended.
It says free Anthony.
Yeah, because you're suspended. So you're not freed yet. You're still suspended. Tom, big day for you Friday. No pressure. You'll have our hopefully first real estate guest. Don't want to hear about it yet. It's a surprise.
No teasers?
Well, the teaser is you're on the clock, sir. You are on the clock.
It's a big weekend. It's a big weekend for some people and some sports. That's just a little teaser into what's happening.
Absolutely. You are allowed to trade your pick if you have to. Maybe another member could come up with someone. A no-show is the worst you could have, frankly. So just keep that in mind for future reference. It did take till middle of March for us to get our biggest snowstorm. I think I got a quarter inch of snow outside. So glad that we still get snow in the Pittsburgh area here in March. T's and P's to the chatterboxers up in Boston. I think they're about to get a foot or two today. So, you know what they say, sucks to suck. Okay, so getting into the news of the week, unless you've lived under a rock or in a hole, there's been a bank or two that collapsed over the weekend. I got a lot of questions Saturday and Sunday going in the open houses. What is this going to mean, the rates? Yesterday came, and frankly, we had the best day of the year for interest rates yesterday. We were seeing rates drop at least 0.25%. Even more than that in some cases. So, Tom, let's start with you today. Give us your overview. What are your thoughts? Did that surprise you yesterday?
No, that the rates falling did not surprise me yesterday after seeing what had happened with the market as a whole, because we typically trend as the market trends, the stock market, that is. So that did not surprise me. That the rates did fall. They did fall a little bit more than I thought they would in one day. And also that news with the Fed coming out this week that they may not raise rates again is definitely going to change the way our landscape is here for the next few weeks with the economy.
It's very true. It's very true. I know last week I was hoping for the jobs number to come in low. That didn't happen. But at least we had a bank collapse to fall in our lap to help with rates. So, I mean, that's a plus. I think you're right on, Tom. I think the collapse definitely moved rates a little bit, but I think more of the news is about the Fed and what their future is with interest rates raising or not. I believe they're meeting again next week. So, senior loan officer, what's your insight on this all?
Yeah, so I was actually surprised of how far they went down. I mean, I know I locked a few loans in yesterday. I mean, went all the way down on conventionals down to about 6.125. So
I'd like you to quote an APR if you're going to say an interest rate, sir.
You got it, sir. The APR was 6.229 at 6.125. So it was pretty solid. But yeah, I didn't think they were going to come down that far. But I mean, conventionals were solid yesterday.
All right. Well, now that we're talking about rates, Anthony brought rates up of where we are today. I'm not going to quote a specific rate. I'm just going to talk about interest rates in general. So let's just say yesterday rates were 6.25 for West Penn Financial. Anthony, I was in the world headquarters yesterday. I happened to look back on one of your loans that you closed March 15th, 2022. Of a conventional loan. Guess what the interest rate was on that loan?
5.875.
3.375.
Tommy Boy wins. It was 3.75.
Wow.
So, I mean, rates have jumped that much. I mean, we were almost up to 7 2 weeks ago. Now we're, low 6s. A year ago, we were high 3s. I mean, rates are jumping so much. Buyers need to pay attention. Buyers need to continue to get rate updates and understand that if they got pre-approved 60 days ago, anything that lender told them when it comes to interest rates is probably out the door. For good or for worse, you need to double check of where things are because they're moving so much. But I think Tom cheated, or he must have read something, because I thought rates were higher a year ago at this point, but they didn't really start moving until about middle of the year when we got to the 5s or 6s. So through the first quarter last year, we were still in the 3s, which is crazy to me.
He also probably, it closed, said it closed March, so he locked it probably in January, which we were still swimming in the good seas.
Were you looking at market trends this morning?
Yeah, I'm setting up stuff for my big meeting here.
Tom clearly was up at like 5 a.m. working today, so good to see. Good to see. But for buyers, if you're curious about rates, where they've been, we don't have a crystal ball of where they can go, but we can at least give you an idea of the history and what we expect. It does seem so far this year, we get to 7 and they kind of bounce off. We get to 7 and they kind of bounce off, which is good because I feel like once we get close to 7, buyers do start pulling back and we start seeing a drop in mortgage applications. So we'll see what comes up next week, what the Fed's going to do. I don't know if you guys saw last week, Senator Warren and Fed Chair Powell got pretty heated. He pretty much explained the truth that they have to hurt the job market. In Senator Warren's estimation, 2 million jobs have to be lost to lower inflation. Politicians don't like to hear losing of jobs, but when you have inflation the way that it is, the Fed only knows how to fight this one way. So if you didn't get a chance to watch that exchange, it is nice to see. Getting a phone call, please hold. I guess my father, president of the company, isn't a chatterboxer, so we'll have to yell at him on that one. It is nice to see in real world sometimes what we talk about here going into the real world. Is that Belle barking, Tommy?
Yeah, dude, she's at the door. She wants in.
Hey, your poor neighbors.
Dude, she was barking at 6:15 at this walker this morning. Like, wanted to kill her.
Oh, man. Poor Kennedy Township over there with Belly Bear.
She's a weapon.
Definitely a good guard dog. All right, so going into Tuesday, I know we got meetings. We got St. Patrick's Day officially coming up on Friday, parties. Any good words going into the week? Anything of that nature, boys?
I really do your research. Make sure you really look into it. These games this week are going to be awesome. So really research and make sure you know what you're betting.
I thought you were going somewhere else. Is there something that starts on Thursday or Wednesday or whatever?
The Panthers got the play in tonight, so everybody tune in, watch those Pitt Panthers. I know we have a lot of chatterboxers that love the Panthers. So
PITT, let's go Pitt.
Yeah. Penn State also is in. That's my team. So it's a Pennsylvania type of tournament this year.
And for all those men out there getting your vasectomy tomorrow, good luck to a speedy recovery. And I hope you have a great weekend. All right, boys, have a good one, and I'll be in touch.
See you guys.
Have a good day.